Almost 10 years, trying to get pregnant, wife tells me there's someone else. Need support, selfish. That's the word that sticks out in my mind through everything. We were high school sweethearts, got married after nearly 6 years together. We were pretty young, early/mid-20s. First year was great, then she had some really tragic family issues. I lost my job, just a bunch of shit. She never got over that period of time and has taken it out on me and everyone around her ever since. For almost 7 years, time was 6 to 10 times a year because she didn't want it. She spent tens of thousands on credit cards trying to make herself happy. Always got her way, got what she wanted, all about her. Then she decides she wants kids, after years and years of saying absolutely not, and comes to me to sort of apologize. She didn't apologize, just said, I know these past years have been tough, I want things to get better and start a family. After struggling for so long, I was thrilled. We start trying to conceive, not happening. Right around the same time, I start having pain, docs find something and I need surgery on a sensitive area to also possibly help us get pregnant, use your imagination. Surgery went poorly and nearly 2 years later I'm still trying to recover. She was very unsupportive, actually said I don't want to hear about your problems, but she was taking the whole not getting pregnant thing very hard every month. I tried to be there for her, but I was depressed, anxious, and in pain for my surgery and what was happening to my body. In February we were having crazy passionate time, trying to get pregnant still. A few weeks later she sits down to talk and tells me she doesn't know if she loves me, doesn't know if she wants to be with me, gives a laundry list of complaints, from household chores, to me being unsupportive of her, to us not saying I love you or going on dates, etc. A month or so and several marriage counseling sessions in, with her counselor of 8 years, she makes a comment and I snap and ask her for the truth. Initially she asks me why I think she's not being truthful, then I remind her I'm not an idiot and she breaks down and tells me. She had been spending a lot of time talking to this guy at work. She had started a new position where she had to work closely with several people on a daily basis, all men. She told me how he was supportive and comforting through her conceiving difficulties while I was not, my surgery/pain/recovery be damned, and how she had developed feelings/an emotional connection with him. He is married with 2 very young children, and I found out he is leaving his wife/family. So incredibly selfish, that's all I can think of or say. Nearly 10 years of catering to her needs/emotions/wants/desires/moods, her spending tens of thousands of dollars, her devaluing my thoughts/emotions, her expecting support from me while actively telling me not to even talk about my pain/struggles, her having an emotional affair with a married man who has 2 very young children. The reality is, she has changed so much over the years I don't even recognize her. I put up with so much for so long, I thought it was normal/okay. At this point I'm just furious at myself, for staying and putting up with everything all these years, and astonished by how incredibly selfish and awful she is. I felt like I couldn't just abandon my wife after all that terrible shit happened early on, but she certainly abandoned me, and stabbed me in the back, when I needed her. Feels bad. Comment 1. 2 options. Get all the evidence required to prove her affair with the coworker and then out them to her company HR. She is not the person you married. Get the best lawyer and then kick her out. Be really good with her. Tell her how much you love her and how much you are hurt. Convince her to sign an agreement in which you do not lose anything. During this period, snoop into her mobile and get as much as evidence of her affair as possible. Once she signs the agreement, expose it to her family, friends and her company HR. If possible, ask your lawyer to send it from their end. Never show any kind of mercy to cheaters. They are not the person you have met when you married. She never shown you any love, but she has been a trash and a lowlife. Comment 2. Of course it feels bad because you have feelings for her. She on the other hand is so self-centered and, as you put it, selfish, that it is all about her. When you needed her to be there for you and your emotionally health, which you would expect from a true partner, she was upset that she wasn't getting her normal attention quota. You and your needs be damned, she was going to get her attention needs met. Now this may hurt to hear, but in any future relationship when your partner is not willing to invest 100% of themselves in you, it is a sign that what most call love is not there on their part or side. Comment 3. If it helps, they won't be happy together. He will probably make her pregnant and 2 years later he leaves her for someone else. Or she will cheat on him as soon as she finds someone that is nice and caring as well, will get pregnant from him and tell the new guy that it is his kid. Be happy that the trash took itself out. Get a really good lawyer and protect your rights, finances and assets. She doesn't deserve you. Always remember, just because she wasn't able to see how wonderful you are, doesn't make you any less wonderful. Don't make it to your problem that she wasn't able to see that. Comment 4. That is completely understandable BC. I feel the same way, in a similar situation, but am not a dude. I'm a chick with a ducked up asshole that got me after losing my son, dad, and a good number of others. I did start down the bad path, as Il put it. And even though I was high, it was still known that I didn't want any more than friendship. Well, the using went from a little to him, hey, let's stay high, until I just about run out of money, a lot. But you get the idea. You need to throw her out, get away from her and stay away from her. Misery loves company is what a few people have told me, and she is it. She will keep you around until you do something, I bet. I can't say for certain, but that's what it kinda sounds like. And good luck to you, dude. I do want to say that he doesn't do anything with his life but watch TV and drink beer all day every day. He don't even take care of his house. Told me it would be mine, which I believe is lies. BC. He never gave me anything stating that I have to do all of it, even the manly stuff. So the front porch needed replaced and he said he would help me. But guess what? He didn't. And wanted to complain after that the boards were literally a hair off on the sides because I'm not a freaking pro. Like, if rat's what he was gonna do, why didn't he do it himself? Don't put yourself through bullshit you don't deserve. And at least try to take that advice. BC. You don't want nor do you need to deal with stuff that you wouldn't have to worry about if it weren't for her. XXX. Comment 5. Well, it won't last. She'll just lay all that garbage on the next guy and he'll eventually wake up and realize he blew up his marriage for a woman that he initially found as a kindred spirit, sharing each other's problems. Then find out that she only cares about him as long as she is the center of the universe. The best thing for you to do is to find someone and have that family you want. The best revenge is posting about it on FB one day and her seeing it and realizing what she did and that you found that dream that you wanted with her with someone else. Also, be ready, because once the other guy realizes what a needy person she is, he'll probably try to get back with his ex, and the kids will probably be the reason she lets him back. However, when that happens, don't be surprised if she's on your doorstep. At this point, go and see with her and get her to discuss everything through your lawyer. If she thinks that you weren't supportive of her, then make it true and let her deal with the lawyer going forward. Comment 6. Well, on the bright side, this new guy gets to put up with her now. Haha, serves him right. Ghost. Use her relationship to get the best deal you can. I understand your frustration with yourself, that is a good thing. Make sure you learn from this and never accept a deal like this again. You are not being a good spouse if you white knight and just give in to everything your spouse wants. That isn't love. Love challenges and holds people accountable, if only because it helps the person you are holding accountable. What you describe is desperation. Don't be a nice guy, be a good one. Good ones have requirements and expect to be treated with respect. Trust me, being that way will attract the type of dignified women who expects the same. Dignified people rarely cheat, partly because they also expect more of themselves like they do everyone else. So by just saying yes dear, you aren't giving them reason to love you. Instead, you are showing them they don't have to respect you. But also understand, if you learn this lesson, life is going to get a whole lot better. Don't be too nice when she comes back either, when inevitably this guy figures it out. She is a terrible partner that isn't going to change once the newness dies down. She sounds like a narcissist who was enabled by a bad counselor. Comment 7. Please don't feel bad. None of this was your fault. From what you have written, it seems that you were in a relationship with a covert or stealth narcissist. As far as being devalued, that is typical narcissistic behavior. They idealize, devalue and discard. You may not realize it now, but this has been a blessing in disguise. Contact a lawyer as soon as possible and get the process started. Things could be worse, at least you didn't have children with her. Get yourself into some IC and begin the healing process. You will be okay. Allow yourself to mourn and grieve the person you thought you knew in the relationship, but also allow yourself to move on. You deserve better and will do better. You have the rest of your life to live. Embrace this next phase of your life. Wishing you all the best. You got this. Side note, the relationship is probably physical. It's highly doubtful that someone would leave their spouse and young children over a solely emotional affair. Comment 8. It may feel bad but it's probably the best bad feeling that you are ever going to get. Change the locks. Rent out the spare room. Duck it. Move away to somewhere that she can't find you. You are going to be so much better off without her. As the months pass, you will begin to see, in full and glorious 2020, just how shallow and selfish she has been over the years. Not just the recent years, but for the whole time. Unfortunately, you are going to have to prepare yourself for her turning back up at your door with the good old "I've made a terrible mistake" ploy. Highly unlikely that her AP will put up with much of her shit. And once she's on his case 24/7 instead of the occasional sneaky time. He's going to lose interest rapido. You are going to look back on your D-Day as your very own lucky day. Good luck. Comment 9. 10 years of catering to her. I'll say that is a defining factor in her actions, there being an infinite other factor out here as well. Nothing tires women out more than boredom. And you are right. She is selfish. She isn't worth the time and effort you have given her. The truth is this marriage was never going to last. I suggest going to a lawyer ASAP. This is your turn to be selfish. Worry about yourself, not your wife or anything else. Make sure the world knows what she has done and get in contact with the wife of OM. If you luck out, she may show proof of the infidelity. Comment 10. Feel lucky you didn't get her pregnant. Maybe it was God's way for not letting it happen because he knew in the long run your marriage was doomed from the beginning. You said how selfish she was and is, right? How self-centered she is, right? Now she's about to step out in the real world where things are going to be entirely different. She's about to get what she always had coming. A hard kick in the pants. Let karma take its course. It's just a matter of time before her life falls completely apart. Sorry it had to be this way. In the meantime, get a good lawyer and leave ASAP. It was messed up from the beginning, bro. You let her get away with everything. Next time learn from your mistakes and don't repeat the same mistakes again. Do what makes you happy. Obviously she didn't. It was all about her and had little to do with you. Move on straight ahead. Thanks you for watching. Everyday new movies. See you soon.